All right, Cats. That was something. You know, I knew nothing about Cats going into this movie other than that it was a huge Broadway show, or still is, and the song Memory. That's all I got. So I went in completely blind, other than that it's being hated by the world right now, by both critics and audiences alike. And I have to say, now that I've seen it, I can understand why that reception is so poor. This movie is so all over the place. It's jumbled and I have no clue. This movie was trying to give us a plot, but there really wasn't one, other than the fact that these are a bunch of cats who band together once a year to compete in order to become a much better version of themselves, or just a new cat in general. So basically, you have to die to be reborn to be a better cat. That's what I gathered. And I just kept thinking, that's very satanic and cult-like, and no thank you, I don't want to join. I'd rather just be a homeless cat, because I don't want to die. How am I going to know how do I know I'm going to be reborn? I just kept thinking. And then Judi Dench, like, she just kind of pops up, and she's like the magical one that gets to choose the chosen one, and her legs are all like, worn and rusty, and I'm thinking, aren't you like magical? Can't you fix your legs? What the hell is going on? Why are you walking like that? You're supposed to show them that you're full of all this power. At least I thought so. And then this movie just, again, the thread, I can't even talk because this movie was just all over the place. Francesca Hayward, she's the new actress that's supposed to be the big breakout star of this movie. She was introduced to this movie. This is her first leading vehicle, and I felt like it was very underwhelming. Like, it really made no sense. She wasn't really all that great. Her dancing was fine. I don't mean that she wasn't great in terms of an acting, but I just felt like there was nothing to offer. Like, she wasn't really given anything to do other than dance. I don't know anything about the show. Like I said, maybe the show is supposed to be just this big musical showcase where people come in, sing their songs, and leave. But with the movie, with them trying to make a plot happen and then have all these characters come in without really explaining why they're there or what their purpose is, it was just really getting on my nerves. Rebel Wilson, like, has a fine life and a nice house, yet she's still not happy and she wants to ascend to a better life. And I'm like, okay, so at what point, where exactly does a cat go to be better than living in a warm, cozy home? You can see why I'm frustrated. I don't understand the point of this movie. There was like this big cat orgy going on, or at least it felt like it. And this movie's supposed to be for kids, or supposed to make kids feel like this is for them. I don't know. This was such a weird movie, you guys. And then Idris Elba plays this freaking villain named McCavity, who just like is jealous of all the talented people, but he has power to like make you disappear. He just kind of pops in randomly whenever he feels like it. Taylor Swift is like one of his, cohorts, and just comes in, sings a song, and then she's gone. Again, people just kind of pop in when they feel like it, and then they bounce. That's literally all this movie was. And I didn't care for the CGI. If you're going to make this movie, why couldn't it have just been actors in full cat getup, makeup and hair, and just been on big sets, and just have done it that way? The CGI was very distracting. I'm like, you had $95 million towards this budget. You couldn't have just afforded the actors who learned all this dancing to just do it on big sets? Or, you know what, don't even make the movie at all, because this didn't have to be a film in the first place. Yeah, I think that's it. It didn't have to be a film in the first place. And then my favorite part was at the very end when Judi Dench goes, she like looks at the camera and breaks the fourth wall, and she's like, now you know a little bit more about us and our names. And I'm like, actually we don't, because that was all very confusing for people like me who don't know the show. It was very hard to follow along with all your names and who you are, and we didn't really get a sense of anything. Anyway, now I'm bashing too much. I liked the music. It was fine. Jennifer Hudson was probably the best part about it. She really belted out the number. She was really doing what Anne Hathaway did in Les Miserables, which is funny because it's the same director, and I feel like that was the same setup for the character, was that poor, comes from nothing, but belts out this beautiful number and is trying to go for that Oscar. Unfortunately, with the disapproval of many towards this film, Jennifer Hudson won't get to that Oscar. But that's okay, because she already has one, and we already know she's talented. And I'm not a really big fan of the director, because I didn't like Les Miserables either. I don't know. Don't see Cats. It's not worth it. Okay, bye.